the basement, and today, today on this episode of John Sucks at Video Games, we are going to do part number 2 of our gaming PC build. And actually, I'm kind of excited about this because today something came in the mail. Now, if you guys watched the last video, we were talking about all the parts we ordered, because I've ordered all the parts to build this gaming PC, and now they're starting to show up, okay? And one of the most substantial and exciting things came today, and it is the case, okay? And you can see here, it's the Cooler Master HAF932 Advanced Full Tower. And look at this thing, it's gigantic. This box weighs like 40 pounds. But anyway, here it is, okay? And so I actually had a lot of fun picking out the case for this PC because I had some criteria, okay? I wanted something manly. I wanted something cool. I wanted it to look tough. I wanted my case to look like something the military would have on the front lines, you know? And I think this case fits the bill. And I don't know much about Cooler Master, but they seem like a legit company. I was on Newegg reading the reviews. They're all positive. I got this during one of their Thanksgiving Day sales. It was actually fairly inexpensive, relatively inexpensive. I think I paid like 80 or 90 bucks for it with the discount and rebate or whatever. And so it looks very substantial, very big. And I did want a big case. This is a full tower, the full ATX case. I didn't want to get a mid-tower one because, you know, my old case was the big giant ATX, and I kind of wanted the same thing again. And I just like having the extra room and all that. So anyway, in this video, I thought we'd open this thing up and let's see what's going on inside. So let me grab this thing, and it is a monster. I mean, this is a big manly case here. But let's put it on the ground and let's see what's going on in here. I'm actually very excited to see this because this is the PC. I mean, this is what it's going to look like, right? You know, and so you got to get a cool case. So all right, let's open it up, and we're going to use our official unboxing knife here. You know, you got a manly knife and a manly case. So let's see what's going on in here. All right, so right away, here it is. I love the grill. I mean, this looks like something you'd see in Halo or something. Look at this thing. All right, now we need to figure out how to get it out of here without destroying it. I wonder if I should rip this box completely open and just kind of slide it out the side here. I guess we could do that, or can we lift it out like this? Yeah, we could do that. All right, so let's get it out. And let's put it on the table and take a peek here. So here it is. Looks pretty darn cool. Let's get our box out of the way. And let me grab my knife before we hurt ourselves. All right, so here it is. We got some foam on the top. And oh, it's upside down actually right now. So let's flip it around. I see the feet up here. All right, so let's turn it around. All right, here it is. Oh, this thing's gonna be awesome. And the pictures I saw on Newegg, like the front was glowing red, which to me seems super cool. You know, the lighting and the LEDs, you know, it's all part of this, right? All part of the aesthetic here. So on the top here, we have a owner's manual. So let's take the bag off. And let's take a peek here. Let's see what's going on. All right, so there's some kind of a rubber flap thing here. I guess that this thing has like a spot on the top here where you could pour in coolant. Now, we're not going to do the liquid cooling stuff. I just got like a traditional, you know, fan and heat sink, but so we're not going to take advantage of that liquid cooling on the top there, but it is there if we decide to do it. I guess you pour the coolant in here. The power button's right on the top, so let's take a look here. So in the front here, we got USB ports. We have eSATA. You know, the motherboard I got does not have eSATA. That was one of the things I was looking at I was comparing the MSI X99 Gaming to the X99 Plus, and I believe the gaming one does not have eSATA, so we will not be able to hook up into that. But we got FireWire up here. I'm not positive. I don't think that board has FireWire either, but we have our USB ports. It says on the box it supports USB 3. The board we got has USB 3.1. Microphone input, headphone input. You can see the cool power button right here. I love that. That's a great spot. The reset button's right here. And then this is the kind of cooling filler right here thing. I guess you pour the coolant in there. and this is some sort of a cover for that. So that's the front of the case, and then we also have here SS USB. Maybe that's, what is that? Is that the USB 3.0 maybe? I bet you it is. Solid state, I don't know what that is. We'll have to read the manual. You know, guys, I haven't built a PC in like 15 years, so I'm not hip to all the lingo just yet. So, not sure what that's all about. I'm guessing that's the USB 3.0, but I don't know. So, let's take a look at the side here. God, this thing's sexy, isn't it? It is manly. It's like a Humvee or something. It is so badass, and it's quality. It's metal, man. So we have a giant fan right here. Let's figure out how to open this case up. And looking for some kind of a way to open this. Maybe if we turn around in the back here, it'll be more obvious. Okay, so we've got an opening here. Oh, that's for the motherboard, for all the motherboard connections that'll be on the headers for the motherboard. And then down here, the power supply is going to go, it looks like, on the bottom. But how do, oh, here we go. We opened this case with these little thumb screws, I see. So let's turn these thumb screws. I was kind of hoping it had like some kind of latch or something, which most of my cases have had in the past. Okay, so let's open it up. So we have a monster fan. Look at this. I mean, you know, cooling is all the rage with the PC gaming world, and look at that. This side here has a monster fan, and that'll tie into our power supply. And then if we come inside here, let's take a peek. So there's another fan in the back right there, okay? So we got a fan right there. We have a really big fan in the front right here that I believe has LEDs in it. These look like our drive bays here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drive bays. And that's really nice. So we could put our solid state drive right in there. So I wanted to get the giant case because I really like the idea of being able to expand later and get more drives and just not being limited by the case. And I mean, really, the case is bigger. Who cares? I mean, it's going to be underneath my desk. I don't care if it's medium sized or giant sized. So up here, we got 4 bays right here. This is going to be for like our optical drives that you can access from the front. You know, your Blu-ray, your DVD writer, maybe even a floppy disk drive. And then zip stripped in here, actually twist tied, is a little box of goodies. And it looks like they gave me all the cables I'm going to need. But let's open this up and see what's in here. Oh, wow, there's even a fan on the top. This thing is loaded with fans. So we got this giant fan up here. Look at this. Look how big that is. We got the one in the back, one in the front, and then one on the door that we just opened up. That's crazy. And then there's even a spot right here. So what is this? This is where the motherboard's going to mount, and I think this is for the heatsink. That's crazy. Maybe... I'm not sure what this is. We'll have to read about this little port here. I'm guessing this might be heatsink related. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just guessing right now. But let's get this box open here and see what kind of goodies they gave us. Is this exciting, guys? I think it is. This thing is awesome. I mean, it's like the PC is now real. It's like, here it is. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, so we have this little box right here. And let's take a look inside and see what we have. All right, so what is in here? I'm guessing, oh, I see there's, okay, so they sent some wheels so we could put casters on it, you know, so we can roll it around. We've got little drive bays for the front here. This looks like for a smaller drive, maybe for a 3 1/4, 3.5 inch drive. We've got an assortment of screws and twist ties, and looks like PCB standoffs or something right there. That's good. And I'm not sure what this stuff is. These are little tabs, little sticker things that you use. We've got this power cable here. Not sure what we'll use that for. We'll find out later. So that's in that box. And then right here, twist tied, is a whole bunch of different cables. It looks like drive cables and just power and all that stuff. So when we're routing stuff around, okay, actually this stuff probably goes to the power switch. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna plug this into the motherboard and it's gonna route the USB and the power power and all that from the motherboard to the switches and the ports there on the front of the cabinet. And then on the top here, we've got these little power headers for the fan, power headers here for that fan. So we're gonna plug all that stuff into the power supply once we get that. And then twist tied in here is the USB. Yeah, this right here. It looks like this is for the, I guess, USB 3.0 header on the motherboard. We're gonna plug that in. So yeah, I mean that's basically it, and really nice sturdy metal case. It seems like it's very well made. And, you know, for the price, I would say this is a pretty good value. Now, we'll find out later when we start putting parts in here, you know, just how great it is, you know, the fit and finish and if stuff really fits in here. But my initial impression so far is, yeah. And we've got tons of space here for more fans. We can put one on the bottom. We can put a fan down there. I'm guessing that this is probably for a fan that's blowing on the bottom of the motherboard. I'm not sure. And so there is a window here. And I'm wondering how we light this up because, you know, there's a window right here so we could see inside. And I'm wondering, maybe you guys can tell me, like, how do I get this thing to glow inside? So when we look in that window, we can see our motherboard, you know, doing its thing. So I'm curious how that works. I have to research that because I honestly don't know. Is there some kind of a light that we can mount on the inside that kind of casts a glow over the piece, the motherboard and all that? So if you guys know, let me know. But yeah, that is it. That is the HAF932 case by Cooler Master. And I couldn't be happier. I mean, I think I made a great choice. Look at that thing. It's sexy. It really is. That is a handsome looking case. And that's what I wanted. I wanted something manly. So, very cool, right? So, all right, so in the next video, you know, we might have all the parts and we'll start putting them in the case, and I think this is going to go really quick. I'm just waiting right now for Newegg to deliver the stuff, and if you saw in the last video, we already got a couple solid-state drives. I picked up my video card, which is the Armor 2X GeForce GTX 970 GTX, and so we'll be putting that on the motherboard once we get it, but right now, I'm starting to get excited here because we're that much closer. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Actually, you want to do a viewer mail? Why don't we do one of those? All right, guys, let's do some viewer mail. And by the way, if you want to participate in the viewer mail, you need to email them to me. My email address is blkdog7@gmail.com. That's blackdog7@gmail.com. blkdog7@gmail.com. In the subject line, you have to put John Sucks, okay? Otherwise, I won't find it. It's the subject line needs to say John space sucks, because that's how I find them in my email. All right, so we got a couple viewer mails here. I want to read the first one from Scott. It says, John, what do you use to capture the Xbox gameplay video and the video of you playing on your new John Sucks channel? Will you use hardware or just video capture software on your new gaming PC? I enjoy the new channel. I like both the content of the videos and I'm interested in how they are made. Are you going to have John Sucks t-shirts for sale soon? Thanks, Scott Washburn. Well, Scott, you know, so I've done a bunch of Let's Play videos already using my Xbox One, and I did it with the Twitch app on the Xbox One, and it's really brainless. Anyone can do it. It's super simple. All you do is you just basically start a game, and you just say, after you install the Twitch app and sign your account up and all that, you just launch a game and you just say Xbox broadcast, and that's it. And then on the sidebar, this Twitch thing pops up, and you can see a preview of what you look like and what the game looks like, because there's a little thumbnail of you that you're. And by the way, you have to have a Kinect camera, okay? Because I have one of the first Xboxes that came with the Kinect device. So what I do is I sit on a chair in front of my TV, like really close, like closer than I ever am, because my Kinect is right here, and so I just kind of position the Kinect so it sees me, and then it puts a thumbnail of me in the corner of the video using the Kinect camera. And then all you do is just say Xbox broadcast, the Twitch thing pops out, it shows you a preview of the game, and then the thumbnail of you through the Kinect camera, and then you see the chat dialogue below. And then it's a little clumsy though, because you have to switch from window to window, because when you're focused on the Twitch side, the little sidebar, it pauses your video, your gameplay, and then you have to kind of double press the Xbox button, select the game, and now this is the active window. And anyway, that's all there is to it. Just using the Twitch app. Now, I don't know how I'm going to be capturing my videos for this channel using the PC. I think initially I will try a software solution. I know that actually QuickTime, QuickTime, actually, what am I saying? I'm not on a Mac anymore. I was going to use QuickTime to capture my screen on the Mac, but now I can't do that because this is a PC. What am I saying? So I don't know yet. I'll have to find some kind of a software solution. I know that through YouTube Gaming, there's some links. I might download some of the free stuff and see how that goes, but I'll figure it out. If I can get away with a software solution using this PC, I'll do that. Otherwise, I might look at some kind of capture card, because I would like to also do like Wii U stuff and PlayStation 4 when and if I get it. So initially, I'm going to try the software, and then with the Xbox, I've just been using the built-in Twitch app. It's really simple. And John Sucks t-shirts, might be a little premature. We just started. But I'm sure we could. Do you want a shirt that says John Sucks? Do you want to walk around with that? So maybe I didn't think this one through. Maybe this brand, I can't really. Maybe there's not a lot of branding opportunities with John Sucks. I don't know. We'll see. So, all right. The next one here is from someone named Michelle in California. She says, have you given any thought to a gaming keyboard? I have the Razer Black Widow Ultimate mechanical keyboard. Yes, before you ask, it's loud and has cherry blue switches, but I love and need the tactical feel. Hey now. And anyway, you have a good mouse already, right? Don't game on a shit mouse or keyboard. Big fan. Michelle in California. Well, Michelle, I will tell you this. I put a little bit of thought into the keyboard and the mouse. Now, I certainly have enough spare USB keyboards in this house, so I don't really need to buy a keyboard to get up and running. So what I thought was initially, right off the bat, I'll just use one of my cheap Dell, generic USB keyboards just to get going, because the keyboard is not necessary right now to make this PC work and to play games on it. So I'll just use whatever keyboard I have laying around in the house that's unused for now, and then maybe I will invest in some kind of a elite gaming keyboard that lights up and has your switches and your clickiness. But right now, no, Michelle, I'm going to use a generic keyboard. And as far as the mouse goes, well, I did put some thought into that too. But I'll tell you this: when I bought one of the components, I don't remember which one. It was during the new egg sales during Thanksgiving. I bought some component on there, and it came with a free mouse, a Razer mouse, and I don't think it was a very good one. Who knows? So I'm gonna wait to see what that free mouse is all about. It was like a $30 or $40 mouse, and but it was free with one of the parts I bought. I don't remember which one it was. It's something I bought on there came with that mouse. It might have been the RAM. I don't remember. So I'm gonna see what that mouse is all about. It is a gaming mouse, and I think it's made by Razer, so maybe that mouse will be okay initially. Personally, I'm a wireless mouse guy. It does seem, though, that all the gaming mice have wires on them. I guess because of input lag and stuff like that. So maybe we'll use a corded mouse. I don't know. The one that's coming for free from Newegg is a corded mouse. So we'll see. We'll try that one initially, and just some cheapo Dell USB keyboard, and then I'll upgrade that keyboard later, just to make you happy. So anyway, that's it for the viewer mail in this episode. If you guys want to participate again, email them to me at blkdog7@gmail.com. In the subject line, put John Sucks. But anyway, that's going to do it for this quick little video. And I am getting excited, guys. This PC is becoming a reality. This case really just kind of shows that, wow, this is what it's going to be. It's pretty exciting. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys really soon. And I don't know what the schedule is for this channel. On John's Arcade, I say I release a new video every Sunday and sometimes in between. I think this channel is going to be whenever I can. So like right now, I put out a video earlier today, and this one's going to be right behind it. I'm okay with that. So I think whenever the urge hits me, I will release videos here. But subscribe if you want to keep up with them. So And of course, check out my other YouTube channel called John's Arcade, where we talk about this stuff, you know, the arcades, you know, restoring them and fixing them and traveling and going to public and private arcades. We just went to the Stern Pinball Factory, which was amazing in Chicago. So be sure to check out John's Arcade, and of course my two podcasts, Video Game Outsiders at videogameoutsiders.com. I've been doing that podcast for about 11 years, and we do it live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Riotcast Network. If you go to riotcast.com/VGO, you can listen live Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you're not familiar with Riotcast, you should be, because it's a massive comedy network. Yeah, and we're the gaming podcast on there. You know, you got Nick DiPaolo and Rich Voss, you know, a bunch of famous comedians, part of the kind of Louis C.K. crew. So be sure to go to riotcast.com/VGO or our website, videogameoutsiders.com. And I also have another podcast called arcadeoutsiders.com that is a little infrequent right now, but you can go to arcadeoutsiders.com to see when we're doing the next podcast. So, all right, guys, that's it. We're done. So I'll see you very soon. Later, and bye.